and I thought I'd pop on and show you what I've been busy doing, and I have been busy. I've had hubby off work yesterday, so we went to the beach and I ended up burning myself. If you could see my knees, they look like I could win, you know, every knobbly knee contest in the district because they are glowing red. Yeah, it was windy, and of course I got wind burned, didn't I? So the first thing, I'm working on 2 journals at the minute. I've got this one ready to start, and it's for Junk Journal July. And this is the Herbology journal by Be Happy Stationery, and I am one of her design team members, so I chose to use this for my Junk Journal July journal. I have actually compiled the journal, but I've got everything cut out, and I've got everything, do you know, some of these bits are upside down. I've got everything printed and cut out ready to start. I just need to compile the journal, make the cover, you know, that sort of thing. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to put on the cover, but there's some really beautiful pages in here. These are going to be the actual pages of the journal that I'm showing you now. And then we've got, yeah, the Herbology. That's nice. It looks like a piece of paper's been taped on there. We've got a mortar and pestle. We've got pictures of all different herbs hanging to dry. We've got herbal tea there, look. It really is a lovely, lovely kit, and I'm looking forward to making a journal with it. So yeah, that's going to be my Junk Journal July journal, and those are the pages. And then I've got all of these pieces to make the ephemera with. So I've got some fruits here, pear, strawberry, some leaves as well, and loads of butterflies. There is loads of butterflies. For some reason I managed to get this page twice. There are these little tickets. There's that which I could fold in half and turn into a little notebook, I thought, put some paper inside it. This one, I'm thinking of joining it to the edge of the page and having it as a flip out, but I don't know which side I'm going to join it yet, so I've left those white bits on. And the same bit with this, I may attach that as well somehow, so it's part of a flippy flappy thing I'm planning on making. We've got some journal cards or pockets there. Love that one with all the bottles on. I love anything apothecary sort of like. We've got some faux wax seals, some little bits here with mushrooms on. That would make a little corner tuck. These you could put together on a page and make like writing space. Then we've got more with bottles on. That is a tag. That could be a side tuck or a little journal card. We've got a postcard type thing there that could probably be a pocket with a bit of embellishment on it. Again, either a journal card, a small belly band. These can be used for lots of things like belly bands, page edges. You could wrap them around a piece of folded paper to make a little embellishment for your journal. Another tag, more of these long strips. Yeah, there's loads in this journal. It really is a lovely, lovely kit. And as I say, it's from Be Happy Stationery. She's on Etsy and Ko-fi. I'll put the links in my description. And then here we have got dried flowers. Love that, love it. Hanging from a shelf, look, with dried herbs rather, not flowers. And then this is another herb. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, I'm not very good at that, I'm afraid. These I'm thinking of turning into specimen slides. I might cut the white part out and put some acetate there, and then make some little specimen cards with those. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, there's 6 of those, so that's really good as well. They've all got different dates on them too. That's really good. Again, more butterflies, more little mushrooms and stuff. Love these little stamps and tickets we've got, and they'll be very handy for page corners. More of the fruit and leaves, because as I say, I printed that page out twice by accident. Look at the colours. I love the colours, and I love that there's lots of butterflies in it too. I need to really make my mind up what I'm going to use on the front. I don't know whether I might use that because I really love that. It reminds me of clover, and I love clover. Here's another one. You can see I've left a tab on it just in case, but I can always cut that tab off if I decide not to use it, because I'm thinking, again, I could glue it on. I could glue that onto the page like that, and then you could open it up right in there, which I will, you know, I'll embellish it with a bit of distressing. More little things to embellish things with. We've got some herbal teas here, love that. Look at these herbal teas. More leaves, aren't they nice? They'd make a lovely pocket, I think. And then we've got more leaves, more of the faux wax seals, some blackberries, love blackberries. Something steaming there, herbal remedy or a herbal something going on there. Same on that one. Then we've got a little bird with her chicks in the nest, love that. Love that. I may use that on the front, you know. That's an idea, yes. And then we've got these, which are like jar labels. They'll make great tags or even pockets. There's so many options you could use with them. You could put a little brad in it and have it as a hanging thing from the page and write on the back of it. This I thought would make a lovely page edge. More herbal teas and more fruit and more of the tags that go on the jars. Yeah, loads and loads of stuff. These bits look like pieces of paper, like a bit of torn paper that's been taped, and I really like that. There are a few of those. These all were in the kit, of course, and then we've got more bits like this. All, you know, so many ideas going through my head. So I'm really excited to, you know, to start on this kit, but it's for Junk Journal July. Then we've got this, which I think will be too big for my page, but I'm thinking if I fold it in half, I can use it as a side tuck. That was my plan. A lovely mushroom there. I do like mushrooms. Some of the butterflies. Some of the butterflies I haven't fussy cut out fully. I've left some of the bits off because, you know, I'm so impatient. I couldn't wait. So more of these little bits of paper that look like they've been torn and stuck down with washi tape. Love that. There's some smaller pieces there, and then there's some round ones. I think there's 3 or 4 round ones, which I was thinking would make a nice little notebook. More stamps there too, love that. This is a little corner pocket. More fruit, more stamps. Love this pocket, love that, really love it. I do think I'm going to use those jars on the front though, and then we've got lots of butterflies again, mushrooms, herbs in a pot, more tape, they look like toadstools. We've got a pestle and mortar there. A big ticket there, which would make a good belly band or a side tuck or page edge. That's really pretty. I thought that would make a nice pocket. That would be nice folded up. So that's what I'm doing with that. That's another, like a corner tuck. Love that big round butterfly, love it. And we've got a smaller tag there. We've got more smaller butterflies, another tag there with the bottles, which I love. Stamp again, that you could use as a pocket, or you could like fold it into 3. We've got a lovely envelope there. I might make another envelope because I do like using envelopes in my journals. And then we've got this, which we can use if we wanted to. We could use these labels. We've got anise, dandelion, ginseng, licorice, all wonderful, wonderful, love it. Yeah, and then they are my pages. So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing in July, is the Junk Journal July. So what happens is you get a prompt today and you make something following that prompt. So that's what I'm going to do. The next thing I've been working on is another of these huge journals. The last huge journal I sold went to the lady, and she was happy with it and asked me to make her another one, so that's what I'm doing. And I've got my signatures all ready to go in, so I am working on it, Maritza, I am, I promise. So you can see I've got one of my lovely book pages there. I've got a sewn edge on that page. I've got some music here, and this is, as was requested, is proper music from a hymn book. It's hymn music. Then I've got a fancy edge on that page. We've got a colouring there with the birds on it, that's really pretty. We've got some writing space there which I can also stencil on. More of the music from the hymn book, Christ the Lord is risen today, that one is. This one, which could have an edging on it, that one again will be embellished in some way or another. We've got in the middle another sewn page, and then of course we go back through and we've got this more or less the same on the other side. Here we are, look, we've got the words to that hymn there. Then we've got the church's one foundation, more writing space. Love this, absolutely love it. I love gingham for some reason. Love that, these page edges. This is the All Things Bright and Beautiful hymn. We've got some more stitching on that page, and then again the book. I love these images from these books. Love, love, love. I'm loath to part with them really. And then we have this one, the second signature. So we've got the flowers on the front. We have a sewn edge on that one. Love this. Look at the bunny, so cute. Colouring page, writing space, another hymn page, music from a hymn, Rock of Ages, and then we've got a cut-out page, another one of my book pages, Planning a Picnic poem, that is. I Can Jump Like a Kangaroo. I love these children, absolutely love them. Writing space, another hymn, which I can put a pocket on there and that. We've got, in the middle we have this page which has got sewing on each side, but it's two different colours, that is, it's not two the same. And then we've got more of the hymn sheet, more writing space, more of the book. Look at these, I love these images so much. Love, love, love. And then we go back through and you can see we've got all of these plain pages. I can't have all of those in a row, so I may stencil onto that one. I am planning on doing some stenciling, and then the back page is another pretty flower page. Love that. And then the third signature is, we've got Onward Christian Soldiers, we've got some craft paper, we've got stitching on the edge of there. Look, and it's a little poetry book. So this one's called The Boy Next Door, and we've got look at that fox's whiskers all twiddled around there like that. Then we've got another cut-out page, a writing page. Love that, really love that. The pink and gold I just love. And then in the middle we have the stitched pages, and then on to more of that beautiful, beautiful paper, a writing page, a cut-out edge. Look at that little fawn, isn't it so beautiful? A writing page, more of the Lucy Atwell. Look at the little faces. Oh, I love it so much. And then we've got more sewing there, another piece of craft paper, and then the Onward Christian Soldiers and Praise God from whom all blessings flow is on the back page. So that is what I am up to. I'm working on 2 journals at once. I have got a lot of things printed out, and I'm cutting them out for this journal too. I am up to my ears in it, as they say, and I am also in the process of trying to get another little dog. We're going to go and meet one on Sunday, and hopefully she'll be the one we end up with. But We're not sure yet. We're going to go and meet her on Sunday. We're going to take Layla with us and hopefully she'll get on all right with her. We've got to have a home check to check, you know, because we've never had a home check before. So we've got to have a home check. I've just been absolutely overwhelmed with how many dogs there are available. The in thing seems to be that they are importing dogs from Romania, from Bosnia. People are fetching them over and then, you know, putting them up for adoption over here because they go to kill centres and that over there. It's really upsetting. And there are literally hundreds of dogs. And the sort of dog we were looking for, I suppose, is the sort that lots of people are looking for, is a small, youngish dog is what we wanted. A small, youngish female dog. And literally as soon as one comes up, it's gone. So I thought, well, why, you know, you're not supermarket shopping. This is about a life here. It's about, you know, giving a dog a good life and a good home. So we went back to a few we'd been looking at initially who were a bit bigger than what we had, you know, first thought we wanted, but we said, well, you know, Layla's a lot bigger than what we said we wanted, but we couldn't love her anymore if we tried, so we're going to go for one that's a little bit bigger and one that no one's shown any interest in. So yeah, wish us luck with getting our new baby. And yes, I will be in touch soon with more work on these journals. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.